Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Oh, now you can hear me?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. What's going on?
Not much, man. I'm glad we got this one out. I've never done one of these Zoom things, even with all this. I've never done Zoom.
I said Travis, Kevin. So they should be hopping on. Yeah, it's going to be me, you, Travis, and Kevin. It's supposed to be Brad, too, but...
Yeah, I saw it. But I guess he'll do it days and then...
Yeah, because he's like... He's lame, dude. Why would he schedule... Hold on, let's see here. Kevin's there. Cheers. Good morning. This is morning beers. We call... this is Mango Cart. They're a sponsor. I call people sponsors even though they're not sponsors. I just say it. And maybe I'll will it into existence. So we're sponsored by Golden Road Mango Cart. It's good for the mornings. Cheers, bro. Ah,
that's a good 11 a.m. sponsor.
Thank you, Kevin. Wow, your audio's great, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What? Oh, it's probably the room.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, because it's real echoey. What's going on, bro?
Had a good holiday-ish and whatever we could in these times and enjoying the long weekend. So
nice. Where are you at right now? LA?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles. Mike, where are you now?
I just moved up to Oregon.
Oregon, right. Which is the same place where you were before when I saw you for Tony's bachelor party?
I'm in a smaller town now, a little place called Logsdon, and I just moved up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super tiny, like farm town. Quiet.
Right. Your audio is fucking horrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you using for audio, dude? Put it closer to your mouth, whatever it is.
I mean, it's not fucking phone.
What'd you say? A man's butthole?
Yes.
Don't use a man's butthole for audio on Zoom calls, dude. Use something. What is it? A tablet or what? Or a phone? Did he die?
It is so difficult to hear you.
Yeah, I should be internet up here. And then
I didn't say that again.
I have bad internet, and then I'm also just.
I can't hear shit. I mean, I see your lips moving, and I hear a little bit.
It's not the internet. Just what are you on your phone?
Yes.
Just put it closer to your mouth a little bit. All right, we're gonna do our best. Listen, Travis Davis is supposed to fucking come too, but who knows what's up with that guy? He's the shadiest fuck, you know?
Yeah, what, Brad couldn't make it either today?
No, Brad was like, I guess, well, first of all, Travis texted me yesterday, not even Brad. Travis texted me, Brad's boyfriend. And he was like, Brad's not going to make it because he's got to work Saturdays and Sundays. I don't know why he agreed to a Saturday. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I text Brad and I go, Brad, what's going on, dude? Are you going to not come tomorrow? He's like, yeah, I have to work, but I'm trying to work it out. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean you're trying to work it out? So then finally he's like, I just texted him and I go, hey, why? Because then Travis is like, his days are off for Monday and Tuesday. And I go, so I texted Brad and I go, why don't we schedule it for fucking, I think I did it on the group one. I go, let's do yours on your day off. How about, dude? Trying to do it on a Saturday and shit. But so I guess I'm gonna fucking do him separate and then I'll like cut him in or something. I don't know. Dude, what's up, man?
What's going on? Happy New Year.
Yeah, dude. Happy New Year. How's yours?
I was out with COVID, so
I know.
But
Did you start? I think you're like legit the first person. I may be wrong. that I talked to that had COVID. How'd you get it?
Really? I thought I already had it. I thought I wasn't gonna get it. We test every week for work, so I thought I was safe. You know, we wear a mask all day, but apparently there was other plans. So
Yeah. Okay. So you're at what do you do for work? Because I don't even know
I
for
work
sure.
for Wolfgang Puck.
Oh, you work at Wolfgang Puck. You're a
Yeah,
server.
general manager at Lupo inside Mandalay Bay.
Holy crap, dude! Sorry, I said you were a server, bro.
It's all good
Damn, general manager. So when I go there, I get like real nice seats and everything.
for life.
Dude, score. Ladies that are listening, pay attention, dude. If you want to go with me to Wolfgang Puck's, dude, fucking.
I probably shouldn't. After this, I probably shouldn't put where I work, but it's gonna be all right.
No, there's nothing bad that's gonna happen. We're just talking about a cool band tour that happened 20 years ago.
That is true.
Like literally 20 years ago.
It's so crazy to think about it like that. It doesn't feel like that long for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And so what do you think you got it just from like going to work?
Yeah, I think so. It's hold on, I lost you.
Oh, I think when you talk, it's gonna show just you.
It put me, let's see. There we go. Yeah, I think so. Just from work. I mean, with cases increasing, it's been going up, so more people have been getting it. Like I said, they test us mandatory every week. So I've been being tested since July. So we haven't had any real outbreaks at work, but there's been a few sporadic cases here and there. But I would assume just as the cases went up, it was only a matter of time.
Yeah. So you think it's just like one person at work went out and partied at a club maybe one night and then brought it to work?
It could be a guest. It could be a million things. People getting it outside of work. We're safe at work, so I don't think that's really the issue.
Wow. Crazy. And you can never know either. So that's weird.
That's true.
Wow. So how was it, dude? Did you lose taste and smell?
I still have no taste, no smell, sweating like crazy. But other than that, it hasn't been that bad.
And it's been like 5 days, right?
Yeah, it's been longer than that. I think I tested positive on Sunday.
So tomorrow a week.
Yeah, a week.
Wow. And you still have no smell, you said?
No smell. That came like later too. I thought I was safe. Because at the beginning, like I think all things considered, it hasn't been that bad. But the no smell, the no taste, it sucks.
Wow. But you said you already feel better?
Yeah, a little bit, definitely, day by day.
That's cool. Yeah. That's good because
what are you up to?
Dude, not getting COVID?
Yeah.
Nah. I've gone I've gone to like a couple places to eat and stuff, but like been like either outside or like at a table that's not right against somebody else, you know what I mean?
Right.
And shit like that. But I haven't gotten it, so I haven't been hidden away either. I go to the store and shit. I wear a mask.
Yeah, exactly. I think you gotta live your life, you know.
Yeah. So I go eat, and then if I go to the bathroom, I'll put the mask on, shit like that. You know, simple things, dude.
Yeah.
You know. But besides the COVID thing, and the main thing I wanted to discuss was obviously I did a podcast with Mike D, Kevin, and Travis jumped on there.
Nice.
And then
he's making one of the squares. Like we'll replace Travis with Brad.
Yeah.
And one of the Hollywood squares.
Look at Travis, looks like a fucking criminal, dude. What are you trying to do, bro?
Whoa.
Who are you trying to be?
Whoa.
Freaking cowboy?
In my live?
You're live. Not live.
Oh my God. No, I just, this is what Devin makes us wear this. I just got off his couch.
Oh, you're over there right now?
Yeah, I've been on Devin's couch for like 3 months. Don't let him fool you. People live on his couch.
I was going to ask, whose house did you break into with all of those collared shirts, all color coordinated as well?
Yeah, for sure.
So
he just listens to Third Try all day long. Devin! Oh, dude. I don't know what to do.
Fucking knew it, dude.
All right, enough of that. Where's my beer, Gib?
I got two choices. We're sponsored by Golden Road Mango Cart, and we're also sponsored by this one's called Watermelon from Lost Coast Brewery.
Kevin, it's been 3.5 years. Mike D, it's probably been like 15, dude. It's been a long time.
Fuck yeah. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe like 12 or something.
Where are you at?
I'm in Long Beach, Oregon. I just moved up here this month.
Okay, my parents are building a house in Roseburg.
Oh yeah. That's I think that's a little bit south. Roseburg's on the coast.
Okay, cool. We'll have to meet up when I head up that way to visit them.
Yeah, I was in Junction City, right by Eugene for like a year.
All right.
Up there.
Yeah.
Is that near you guys? Are you guys near Eugene, or that's a different part too?
I'm about an hour and a half from Eugene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just a little bit north.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I learned that by listening to the Devin podcast that you were up there, Gabe. I didn't know that. It's amazing what you can learn from these things.
Right. And I'm sure after this one, people will be saying the same thing about Mike D and the Fabulous. Which
I know there's a third Fagula, dude. Let me text him right now and see if he can jump on.
I think he's serving people food right now, isn't he?
He's not, though. He's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, don't you get smoke breaks or anything? Why, you could just jump on for 2 seconds.
Right?
Like you said, it was 20 years ago. I mean, there's some stuff on there, probably fucking pretty cringy.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you have the perfect excuse. I was
100%.
a kid. It was 20 years ago. I was goofball. Who's gonna say like, oh hey, you know what? You know, I mean, like everybody was 21 years old at one time, dude.
For sure.
Right? But I just wanted to, because they were talking about certain stories, and I'm gonna just ask you about them, and then whatever your responses are, I'm gonna cut into those parts of that podcast. So it'll be one big podcast. So you'll still be part of it.
Cool.
Okay, so it's not gonna be like a huge. I'm not gonna take up your whole day or anything. You know what I mean?
That's all good.
Okay, so thank you first of all for taking the time
Of course.
to do it. I know you probably can't drink. You're probably sick, but cheers.
Yeah, I've been sober.
Oh yeah,
6 years.
How much?
6 years, over 6.5 years about. So drink one for me.
Yeah, that's probably why you're general manager of frickin' Wolfgang Puck. And I'm doing this podcast called "My Butthole Stinks." Who farted? He's a freaking weirdo.
What's going on? What was the topic of conversation before I
wanted to one, I'm doing fucking my content. I'm trying to up my percentage per fucking output. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I want to get new episodes out more often. So I'm trying to, obviously make content, but also wanted to see what I could scrape from this and maybe put in little sound bites in the documentary if it ever becomes something.
I like it.
That resembles a documentary.
I took notes from the Devin episode. That's what I'm going to start doing.
That's a good place to start. Hey, first of all, Mike D, Kevin, did you guys watch that episode with Devin?
No, I have not had a chance to.
He's
it's pretty funny. It's a good one.
What'd you say, Mike?
I'm all caught up. I'm waiting on number 10.
Number 10. Oh, the episodes, the third track. I was talking about my podcast.
Gabe, you don't put the podcast on the group text. I thought about that earlier. I bet there's a few of us that don't know about those.
Oh yeah. I guess I was thinking about it as a separate kind of thing.
Think that everybody pays attention to your YouTube channel, but I've got news for you, buddy.
Well, I also put it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm a social media promoting beast, dude. So, I mean, but a lot of people don't have that. I was just talking to Travis Davis. I mean, not Travis Davis. Who's your other boyfriend?
The guy Phil. I saw that you guys were hanging out at a place called ET's in Temecula, California.
That's right. Shout out to ET's.
Thanksgiving.
They sponsor the podcast too. ET's Classy Lounge in Temecula.
Kevin, you're in LA?
Yeah, I'm in LA. But ET still exists?
Yeah,
it still exists.
Wow. Okay. That's, I'm sure it hasn't changed in, I don't know.
No, the smell, I believe, is just more pungent, and then that's it.
Bathroom
it's otherwise the same.
Bathroom's exactly the same. They put in a touch tunes is the thing that they did.
That's updated.
Yeah. So now there's a touch tunes against the wall.
20 years ago, that didn't exist.
No, I forget. I think there was an actual jukebox. I don't remember though. But it's a cool place. But Phil was saying he doesn't have Instagram or anything like that, so he doesn't know anything either. But I interviewed Devin, for those that don't know, on my last podcast, and Devin was telling a lot of stories about the tour, how he hates Travis and Mike D now, and they're douchebags, and they ruined his life. And Mike D ruined the tour by being a little bitch all the time and yelling and screaming. So Mike D, why don't you speak upon that? What made you more bitch than a bitch?
Well, why don't we first start talking about you, Gabe? Are you like, where's all this?
How big's my dick? Is that what you said?
Where's all this hate coming from?
Okay.
I know where it's coming from. I know where it's coming from. It's from the hours and hours of us wrestling that he has to filter through.
Yeah. And screaming in the bus and the
so bad.
Fucking,
what am I trying to do here?
Slapping people, annoying people, and then I'm just like, and then Kevin a little bit too, because I'm like, cut the camera already. Nothing's happening, dude. But I know what you were trying to do.
Oh, yeah. You go hours and hours, but you get about 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to go through all of that. Which is the daunting task, which is probably why I never actually went through all of that.
Yeah. It's sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm doing it and I'm like, well, it's been 5 hours. Let's see how many minutes I have. And it's 12 minutes. And I'm like, what the fuck? 5 hours for 12 minutes? But I rewatch it. And then if I find something I want to cut, and it's like syncing it up right and all that shit, So it's not just watching it, but what's up, Mike?
So funny.
Dude, I got one more to do, dude. That's it. There's only 2 more tapes. And I think the last one is probably Travis cutting his hand open.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what Phil was telling me. Thanksgiving, I saw him. And he was talking about how Travis cut his hand punching a window like a fool. Spoiler alert. Like a foolio in Vegas.
It's fine. We were all there.
Yeah. And so I think that would be probably a good ending point. It sums it up. It looks like it's just going to be, looks like the storyline is basically going to be, hey, here's a band. And then, oh, they suck. So they fucked up. And then it ends.
I think you and Devin hit it on the head when you were talking about the storyline of just how some bands make it and some bands don't. And whatever, like, I think Devin put it well. It's just kind of, people had different paths at that time, and it seemed to work out well for most of us. And
yeah, I mean, I mean, it's not like, I don't know how much I would really enjoy being in a successful band anyways right now. You know what I mean?
I mean, I know Jeff cries probably every night, but other than that, I think everybody else just moved on.
Yeah, it's kind of a hassle, dude. God bless you. So Mike D, you saw the video, Mike D and the Fabulous, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it, dude? I saw you said something positive, right?
Yeah. I have no recollection of that happening, but I'm glad it's like so many things. I'm glad it's on film, and yeah, fucking great. We were fucking in the zone there, dude. Like I was definitely feeling Travis on the drums. I think we were right in line. You noticed my pick right on beat.
Did you see Did you see the video clip I put Mike D and the Fabulous?
I did not.
Oh, dude.
I haven't necessarily watched all the videos, we'll say.
Okay, well, this is a specific clip of, it's like you guys are at a frat house, because you can see it says Sigma Pi on the wall behind you. You're playing bass, Travis is playing drums, Mike D's singing. And it's a pretty badass song.
That's awesome.
So if you go on YouTube and you look for Mike D and the Fabulous, it's the
right.
only thing that I posted that's public right now. Everything else is private.
Oh, gotcha. Good.
That was one thing, Kevin, that you're good. You caught. I mean, there was some cool things that you caught, dude. A lot of butts, a lot of close-ups on titties.
Yeah, you know, that was my motivation at first going in. Lots of boobs and lots of butts. I told those, forget the band.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good close-ups though. Some good close-ups, and I'm probably not going to use them all, but you know, it was fun to watch those zoom-ins, especially the ones on the young boys. I was like, we're not keeping that in. You know what I mean? It's a different time now.
Trying to get mullets, I think, at the time, but
Sure.
Presented it as if I was checking out somebody's butt or something like that. But no.
Yeah. Did you?
That was was that in Texas? I think.
Oh, there's a couple. How many of those have you seen, Kevin? Those third try episodes.
I've seen 3, I think, so far. Unfortunately, I have not gotten through all of them. I've been slammed, but
there's a running theme through all of them.
Fantastic.
Sweet mullet. And
yeah,
that's there's in several of the episodes. I'll zoom in. I think almost every one actually. Someone, and then I'll put the title card, sweet mullet, and it flashes. Sweet mullet, sweet mullet. So good job on that. I like that. I'm growing one myself. I don't know if you can really see.
Yeah.
The length of that bad boy.
We'll have to film that. Put that in.
I'm trying to get it longer though. I want it long, dude. And then I'm gonna double ponytail it. 2 ponytails. Separate. Say that again, Mike.
You need to take prenatal vitamins. It'll make your hair grow fast.
Thank you. I will do that. I also think I want to get back to what you were saying about the notes. What else? Other notes do you have, Travis?
Your book, you didn't put the link to the book like you said you were going to, and then I couldn't find it on Amazon. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell everybody that was most likely a lie. You never made a book.
Oh, wow.
You're a liar.
Okay.
Warped Tour lost footage. Mike, when you were supposed to go back to the merch booth to relieve Kevin, but you were jacking off Brad instead.
Oh, yes.
Did you at least finish? And if so, at what part on your body? You can't remember. It was that good.
These are good questions, dude. These are good questions because I was very upset about the Warped Tour thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Octopus Teacher. Yeah, that's a great film.
Well, hold on, pause the notes real fast, Travis, because I want to focus on the Warped Tour thing, Kevin.
Okay.
Really, because Phil told me one story, but I want to hear from you. Why no good footage of the Warped Tour playing with them playing?
Surprisingly, I think going into the Warped Tour, we realized this is going to be the biggest audience that you guys might have. I mean, we played lots of other shows with thousands of people as well. However, we felt like Warped Tour is probably going to be one of the most important to really get your name out there if this whole thing were to continue. And I remember speaking with Mike. I'm going to work the merch booth, myself working the merch booth for a bit. Mike will come over, relieve me, so therefore I can get a little closer to the band or get on stage since we have access to that to film you guys. Unfortunately, the man who was supposed to come relieve me, the man in the left corner of my screen, never showed up. So therefore, I was standing at the merch booth, probably zoomed 150 times digitally in handheld with a camcorder like this, trying to catch you guys in front of a bunch of people while you guys played for an hour and didn't catch much besides, what it looks like.
But one of the things was the Warped Tour that came up, and how I was like talking to Kevin. I was like, dude, that really sucks that you didn't get on stage. You didn't film like them even remotely close up. You were like way back by one of the booths. And Kevin's like, well, what happened was Mike D was jacking off Brad somewhere and he was supposed to come relieve me. That's what Kevin said. And he's like, and they both just took off, and then I couldn't leave the booth because they were supposed to relieve me. And that's why I didn't get any good footage at Warped Tour. What's your side of that?
Like literally or figuratively?
I mean, I don't think he meant that you were literally jerking him off. I think that he meant like you guys were off messing around somewhere when you should have come back.
Vague recollection of the Warped Tour for sure. All I remember, I think that was Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All I remember was the barbecuing with the New Misfits. Davey Havoc. in an umbrella somewhere in the hot as hell heat. That's really the extent of it. That's a tough one.
So
Don't ever
obviously,
get jacked off or jerking anyone off. That's for sure.
no.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that would have stuck in your craw if you
I would
jerked
think
off
so.
Mike D.
I would hope so. I would
Yeah.
hope so.
But I would think that also, like, if you were like, oh man, we screwed up Kevin's chance to film close up, that would have stuck too, maybe. But I guess
Yeah, no, I didn't really. No, that doesn't ring a bell for sure. I remember that day being. I mean, that was a surreal experience, and to be there and be a part of it, you know. But I don't remember his reasonings. He was probably getting drunk or something. We can't blame it on other people.
well, Kevin was working at the booth.
Oh.
You and Mike
okay,
D were out doing stuff that you were supposed to come back and relieve him a shift.
Oh, I think I was collecting at the drive-in CDs.
Uh-huh.
I was out more concerned about getting free stuff, I think is really what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. We can all imagine what it would have looked like to see Third Try at Warped Tour up close and personal.
There's no footage of it?
It's like him at the booth across the whole crowd. And he's like lifting the camera up, like trying to see over people's heads.
Oh, damn.
And you can't hear them at all because the booth's playing music. So
that's a...
Yeah. See? Oh, that's what I wanted from you.
That really sucks. I didn't know. See, I'm too selfish to realize that. And I'm sure, as we'll get to in other stories, me and Mike D were prone to wandering off on missions. So.
Good. Very upsetting.
Yeah. I mean, I really wanted to leave.
It happened. Maybe it didn't.
Maybe it didn't. That's your version. That's my version.
I mean, that would be a great freaking climactic moment in a documentary if we had good, big, huge, finally a huge crowd. And Warped Tour is a very well-known name. But now it's fucking dog shit.
I kind of think it's okay. Some of it should be just left to memory because there's a lot going on that I don't know if we necessarily want to revisit that I've seen so far.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah. I mean, the thing that happened towards the end, I guess it was the last episode that we did. It was the whole you and Mike D wrestling in the back of the van, which was almost a full tape.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet.
It was pretty much the whole hour of that tape. And
it was either that or the Tyson fight that I was going to watch tonight, and Tyson beat you out. So
that's cool. Wait, Tyson fought?
Tonight, 6:00.
Well, that's tonight.
Yes, sir.
Is that going to be with fucking what's his face? The
Roy Jones Jr.
Is that pay-per-view?
Yes.
Whew. I'm gonna have to go on the onlines and find that for free, the stream free. Shit, I want to see that. Now you made me lose my fucking train of thought. Oh,
sorry, I get excited.
Now I'm excited too because I want to see that. But hold on a second, let's see if this works. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Can you guys see that? Oh, what's this? You see that?
Oh, it is. Okay.
Oh my god, dude, look at this. It was $14.99. Now it's $3.99. It's free or $3.99 Kindle, dude.
All right.
That doesn't picture.
What's up?
That's just a fucking picture.
Oh, okay. All right. I get it. Well, let's look inside. Let's look inside and see. Oh shit.
Look at all this animation that he did. Just to impress us.
Yeah.
Look at all these these content chapters, dude. Oh wow. Okay, was this?
And I do actually remember when this came out, thinking I needed to get it, and then I didn't, and now it's been a long time.
And now I guess you could. I don't know why it's free. I don't know why that fucking happened. But fuck it. Now it's free, I guess. Now I got to figure out how do I make it not.
Everybody should leave a review since there hasn't been any just yet. Everybody read a few chapters and just give it whatever kind of review you want.
I like it.
Yeah, because why is there no chapters reviews, dude? Oh well.
Wonder.
Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I just wanted to address the lie that came out of Travis's mouth, trying to disparage my beautiful fucking name.
I tried looking for it. I'll try again.
Yeah. There's a third try button.
Check this out. Got it, guys.
Mike D, why what I want to know, like, okay, Kevin, obviously you were there to film. So you go, right?
Yeah.
Brad was probably there in case Travis maybe cuts his hand or something and can't play bass. Why did Mike D? What the fuck? What does he do, dude? Why bring his ass? Mike, do you answer first? Why did you go in your mind?
In my mind, you're so focused on me. You have this obsession with Mike D. That's really what it's all about. This is more about Gabe's love for Mike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
So why'd you go?
Because I was invited.
It was just for fun, huh?
To be honest, a lot of it was a blur. Like, I mean, there was like your normal drinking, and obviously you can see that we got pretty hammered and belligerent and young and stupid. But at the beginning, I thought it was a good opportunity to get sober. That's why I left for the whole thing originally.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like a nice break. I barely even made it on the bus. I had to wake up to Travis knocking on someone's apartment door saying that everybody was packed bags ready to leave. My parents were there. They packed my shit for me. I ended up passing out somewhere. So I didn't even end up going almost.
Wow.
So that kind of set the tone for a crazy 2 months.
You know what? It's another thing that is a progression throughout the documentary, or even the episodes right now. I liked Mike D a lot in the beginning of it. I remember I texted somebody. I was like, "This is the Mike D show. This is cool." And it's another thing that just changed and morphed throughout the tapes. And I was like, "What the fuck is this guy doing, dude? He's just a loud ball of fucking wrestle, slapping people, just being loud."
He was, I feel, the most animated person on the tour the entire time. Always like out of 0 to 10, he's always at 11, possibly 12, at all times. So hence why there's so much footage of Mike talking either to camera, to other people, whatever it may be, wrestling, lots and lots and lots of it. So it became a bit of a Mike D show. But then take somebody at 11, not just for like an evening, afternoon, or whatever, but now like 2 months at 11. And actually, I think it's Mike D's the reason why the whole band broke up.
Me too. No, we all know it was Travis. But seriously, Travis would shut the fuck up in the beginning, not say nothing, just do mean scowls and pull out his knife.
Oh, so weird, man.
Not say nothing, and then like towards the end, then he started talking and shit like that, and but like that was another weird transition from fucking. You started out as one type of character, and then you ended up.
I don't remember being that angry in life. I always feel like I've been the same, but I watch these videos, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know how you guys put up with the little shit that I had growing right here.
Yeah,
that was weird.
What is that? What does they call soul patch?
And then the attitude, that was. But we got through it, or 2/3 of it, I should say.
Yeah. Did you watch? Did anybody watch the one with the girls in the bowling alley?
Fuck yeah.
There's like 4 girls you guys had, 5 I think at one point. Nobody got nothing that night. I know it's not on camera, but now since it's just us boys, just the boys here talking. What happened, dude? Travis, do you have anything to say about that?
No, I don't remember. I don't think anything like that happened until the girls came to visit us in New York.
Oh,
and Jeff. Hey, I haven't seen it yet, but is there footage of the hotel when Jeff fills the bathtub too full?
No, there's no footage of that. They're at the hotel though.
Oh, that was a good night.
Yeah, I know. Phil told the story when he was on my podcast, and he was talking about how the ceiling fell in on him and his girl.
It was amazing,
and they were all pissed off. And then Jeff never admitted to him, I guess, until later that he had done that. I guess I don't know. That's what the way Phil remembers it. Anyways,
I remember it being pretty obvious. Like it was a lot of water and it was a lot of drywall, and it ruined the hotel room.
Yeah, he said he ruined his luggage too, but Phil's not the most reliable source either, for memory wise. You know what I mean? There's a little loss of capacities over the years, as happens. When you got the consumption. That's what they used to call it back in the 1800s. The consumption. Travis.
Yes, sir.
What's else on your fucking little note list, dude?
I
cut you off before because I wanted to show you something.
I sent this on our text, but I just want to reiterate it. When Mike fucking throws the pizza plate into the Royal Gorge, I was dying laughing. I couldn't fucking handle it. It was too much. Just the stone cold look on his face, like we're all giggling, like throw trash, and Mike's like fucking whatever.
Just so disrespectful. just so disrespectful of
So
nature.
bad.
Dude.
So
bad.
disrespectful, but fuck, I was laughing, man. That was good shit.
Michael, are you up for the challenge?
Oh, that sucked. Oh. I feel bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it goes. That's back. Coming back up. It's gonna come back and I'll catch it. Nice boomerang. Look at that thing. That's bad, dude. Is it out on us? Dude, that's so bad.
Look at it go.
Dude, this is hours of entertainment. Holy shit. It won't fall, it just stays there. We'll come back in 20 years.
I really hope there's a lot more parts like that that'll make me laugh, and I'm sure I won't be disappointed.
No, there's a lot of good stuff. But then Tony was like, my brother was like, I think it's only going to be funny to us. Like, it's not going to be funny to anybody else. But
Mike disagrees.
Right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's hard to tell because I know you guys.
You never know. I've been watching this fucking dude on YouTube, like most of the Corona lockdown, like revitalize a ghost town. Like I watched.
Oh, you watched that one?
Dude, I watch that shit all the time. I'm all about it.
What's
I
it
wanna
called?
go visit him. He's only like 4 hours away.
And then the hotel burned down and he had to rebuild it.
I
watched that one.
I watch it all the time.
I want to go there too,
People
dude.
watch stupid shit, and that guy's got like 100,000 viewers now.
That guy's great.
You never know.
I like that town. I'm gonna go there.
I seriously want to go there. Yeah, I watch. Yeah.
Say that again, Mike.
I mean, it's just going to be about the editing. This is where your time to shine, Gabe. You know, if people don't like it, really, that falls on you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing for everybody that I'm literally like one of the best editors in the world. So that's good for you guys.
Fantastic.
Humble brag.
We should have something together. I would think by Christmas time, right?
Yeah.
No, dude, because the next thing I got to do, I got these last 2 ones I'm doing right now, and then that's going to be like episode 10, right? And then that's just still all raw footage, still private, not published. No one else can see it, search it. And then I'm going to go back and just take all the live footage and see how much I could form a single song, because you know how you jump around a little bit. There's not like, well, there's one show where I think you got a lot of full songs, but most of the time you switch to different things, you know, in between songs, or halfway through a song you'll stop and record, you know. But all the different shows, I think I could Frankenstein different songs together, and then I'm going to dump the audio.
A master editor would know that he can Frankenstein everything together.
Well, that's what I just said, you cocksucker. I know I could do
I
it.
think I might be able to do it. I might be able to piece together.
All right.
A little song.
Fucking dickhead. Okay, yeah, I am gonna, because some of them are missing. I might be missing a line, dude. You know what I mean? But then I'll just throw in like Mike D throwing the pizza thing into the fucking gorge right there. You know?
Yeah, dude, just fill it with all that other lifestyle shit.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna dump the audio and put the original CD audio over it. So I want to see how many songs on the CD I can do that for, and that's gonna be a whole other thing. And then I'm gonna fucking plop them down into like a 90-minute. It's gonna be almost like, remember 10 Years of Fucking Up when NoFX did that? And they had music, they had like all their music videos, and then in between like little clips of them on tour. It's going to be kind of like that, but they'll be the songs will be music videos using the footage that we
So like every skate video and punk rock video for like the last 30 years, like something.
Yeah,
okay.
My inspiration, I guess, was those ones. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm doing my best. Okay.
I think
11 a.m. It's 11 a.m. God damn it. Great. I woke up at like 10:40, and I was like, my first thought was, fuck, I'm going to fucking cancel this. I can't fucking. And I was like, you know what? Just put on a shirt. No need even put. I'm Donald Ducking it right now. I don't even have bottoms on right now. Look, let me see if I can get the camera. Fuck it. I don't want to. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But then I was like, oh, I got those mangoes, dude. Those mango carts are freaking refreshing as a motherfucker. And now it's been like a couple minutes and I'm doing good. I'm doing okay.
Is it always fruity beers in the morning? Because the other one was a watermelon, or is that just what you drink all the time now?
No. Where's my one from last night? Oh,
You still have the one from last night.
last night's.
Please don't sip out of it.
They're dry as a bone, bro. You know how annoying it is when I go to someone else's house and I'm like trying to help them clean up and I'm grabbing like half fulls, 3/4 fulls. I'm like, you fucking cocksuckers. I get pissed. I want to pour it in a glass and make them drink it. Like, you lazy fucking disrespectful motherfucker.
There was a moment that I wish that Brad was here for this right now, because there was something that stuck out in my mind among the tour that was kind of one of those movie moments, not in the magical, fantastical sort of way as how everything worked out great. But it's a story that I feel like I tell often from that tour. And that was when we were at Devin's, was it his cousin's house in Indiana?
Mm-hmm.
And he had like a 2-story house, or a large enough house to house us all there for the night or so, and had cornfields as well. And among the tour, like while we were driving throughout, I think whether it be Texas or South Carolina, we picked up tons of fireworks, lots of them. And then that throughout the entire time, we were lighting bottle rockets off at each other, whether it be shooting them under the car at each other's feet, or holding them in our hands and throwing them at each other, or Roman candles running around outside of a hotel room, shooting each other with them. And that's exactly what we did at his house, but like on his private property, while running through cornfields and shooting them over top of the house, like at each other. That was fucking really, really rad. But the moment I think that stands out was, I think it was the next morning. Of course, we all felt hungover from the night before, but there was like a shoebox full of fireworks. And I think it was you, Travis, sitting on like the stoop outside of his uncle's cousin's front porch. And Brad, I think it was Brad, unless it was you, Travis. I think Brad opened the screen door to throw a firework out onto the front stoop where everyone's just kind of chilling in the morning to kind of, frighten us. And as he opened the screen door, it caught in some way, and the lit firework or flower that he had dropped from his hand. Okay. Instead of being able to throw it, it dropped into a box, the shoebox of all the fireworks that we had collected. And it was a fairly large, like full. It wasn't like it had 5 bottle rockets in it. It had, I felt like 100 bottle rockets in there, and lots of other fireworks as well. So much like you would expect from like a warehouse fire at a fireworks manufacturer plant, it all just went shot up in flames and exploded everywhere. And that felt like, I only really typically see that in the movies that happens.
Right.
And I remember just being his mistake or accident of, when opening the screen door was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I remember that happening. I don't remember the leading up to it, how it happened.
Yeah, that's from what I recall. And I know that's not on film. I think we were all just shooting outside. Yeah, none of that is on camera.
Yeah, I've talked about that in the past before too, because it was like something you would only see in a movie. It was outrageous. Yes.
And then there was another story that they brought up about when they went to Devin's cousin's house, and there was like running through the cornfields, shooting firecrackers at each other and shit.
Yeah, we lit the cornfield on fire or something, or
I think there was little fires, but it was mostly the big thing was, and they blamed you for this, the box.
Yeah. The box caught on fire, right?
Yeah, they said that
was that me? I thought it was Travis.
Okay. See, this is what I want to get at. They were saying like you tried to fucking open the door, and the box was on the stoop, and everybody was sitting on the stoop, and you tried to open the door and throw like a small one out, and it went in the box. What's your side?
I would like to take credit for that, because it was like the perfect storm.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I want to think it was Travis or Devin that did that. It could have been me, but I definitely remember that happening for sure.
Yeah. And Kevin was like, "Oh, I didn't have it on because it was in the morning and everybody was just chilling." And then all of a sudden,
the box lit on fire. Shit started blowing up everywhere.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of fires, but I wanted to say it was Travis.
You guys are fucking almost interchangeable.
And, yeah. I wish I had more detail for you.
No, it's all right. What I wanted, well, it's gonna make more sense when because everybody gives their version, and then your
Right.
version it just adds to it. You know what I mean?
All right, I blame Travis for everything then.
Yeah. Damn, dude, that's one of those things you can't know is gonna happen, so you just can't prepare to film it. But that would have been cool to have.
That one. I remember getting all duct taped up so we could run through the cornfields.
That was another long one.
Yeah.
That was another a huge bunch of footage that was just fucking running.
What's going on?
A lot of it, no, because a lot of it's dark. But like the cool thing is the fireworks illuminate themselves, so you can see what's going on. Plus, there's a lot of lead up. You guys are doing it during the day, and it kind of fades into night, so you can see during the day, and then it's immediately following that is the night footage. You know what's going on because you saw the day footage. You know what I mean? But there's a lot to go through on that too. There was a lot. I'm done with that now, but
Yeah.
It was crazy.
The one with the woman chasing Kevin at the motel is like one of my.
Is that Long Island? Are you talking about Long Island? Yeah.
She whips out her ass and shit.
That woman was visiting either another guy who was staying at the hotel, I think, as well, because we just felt like this woman was a bit crazy. And then I think it was after the fact we realized, oh, she's going into, I think, his room and slamming or so, or she was a lady of the night. I'm not sure exactly, but something like that was happening.
Yeah, because
or not, it was pretty.
I gotta plug this computer in.
She comes in. You come back into the camera one time, and you go. I think Devin was holding it, and Kevin, you come up and you go, "She's getting her boyfriend. She says she's getting her boyfriend." So she must have told you guys that or something at least.
And what we were really scared, I guess, of her boyfriend at the time, who was probably just a drunk at the moment at the hotel. He's gonna come bang on our door.
Yeah.
That scared us. I don't know why we'd be scared. Travis has his knife the entire time out.
Don't know.
There was she came into one of the rooms.
Did she?
I remember because I don't know what room it was, but she came in and I was like sitting down and we were like talking to her because you had like ran off and she couldn't. So we were like, there was a moment, I swear, that we were like hanging out in a hotel room with her.
Oh my God. She was nuts, dude. But that's how I know. That's another one of those points. Sometimes I'm watching it and I go, oh, these guys are way different than the Gozinias, because we would have fucked that chick. We would have brought her in. We would have fucked the shit out of her. But this is different. This is a different band. It's a different style. We would have teabagged her and licked her butthole and sent her on her way. Back to your boyfriend. Toot toot.
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yeah. Plus those chicks in the bowling alley. God, those chicks would have got molested, dude. Fuck. That one was so hot.
Oh.
And Travis was talking shit the whole time, dude. Like right in front of him, he's just, these are dumb sluts. Dumb sluts. Like he'd walk by him into the camera and go, stupid sluts. Fucking crazy. Nobody has any sexy time stories. And I'm not looking for graphic stories, but like a yes or a no, like nobody, nothing, the whole tour? Besides girlfriends. That nobody had any.
Oh, that's a valid point. They all had girlfriends at the time.
Okay. I was a 21-year-old person who maybe was talking to somebody. It never stopped me. You know what I mean? Nobody cheated ever on the whole tour.
With those guys, you know how loyal they are?
I mean, I guess I'm finding out, dude.
No, I mean, I remember the girls came out and met us part of it. I think it was New York.
Yeah, New York.
Yeah. But I don't think it was, I mean, there had to be some.
Dude, they were there.
Yeah.
In Florida, or was it, I think it was Florida, there was these four girls bowling with you guys.
Yeah.
And they were like sitting on laps and rubbing and then like obviously the camera stops rolling and I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
Phil says that someone took one of them back to the van, but he doesn't remember who. And maybe somebody got a BJ, who knows? But like that's it. And I don't even know if that's true because nobody admits to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some vague recollection of a couple of wild nights, but I guess obviously nothing that stood out too much.
Well, that's kind of like, that would be cool to have in the documentary. Like, oh yeah, and then this happened, and then she was shooting ping pong balls at us.
We can make something up for sure.
Well, we don't want straight lies.
Yeah, I think that's where Travis got really hammered.
Yeah, and he was like talking shit right in front of him, dude. And I was like, that's fucking.
Yeah.
He was going like, dude, give me temecula sluts any day. These ones are B and shit like that.
Is that where we ended up in a sleeping bag somewhere?
I
or
see.
is that-
I think they. Oh no, that's at the end. We'll get to
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. This isn't Florida. This is like, and these girls were all about you guys, dude. And you guys were being
Yeah, I
total
wanna see
dicks.
Phil being the ladies' man or something. I don't remember.
You guys were all cool, but like, you acted like they were like whatever.
Yeah. Well, you gotta see those guys have girlfriends, you know.
Oh yeah. I forgot about the loyalty bullshit that you guys fucking live by. That loyalty bullshit.
I guess it doesn't matter anymore, right? I'm acting like it still matters.
Yeah, who cares? No, yeah. I was talking about. I forget what I was asking Travis, but he's like, "Well, I don't really say." And I'm like, "Dude, you're not with her anymore. Who gives a shit? You're fucking pissed that she finds out. Yeah, you're married to somebody else. You're gonna get pissed that she finds out you fucking got head from some chick in your van when she's like, you're not even with her anymore. I don't. She probably didn't even talk to her anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
Such an evil, angry little bastard, dude.
I guess, yeah. It's a rough life growing up in Temecula.
From the mean streets of Temecula.
From the mean streets.
All houses.
It makes you real hard by 20 years old.
Yeah. Nothing to eat but like all the major fast food restaurants. Sucks, dude. It's pretty shitty. And you know what? It's all good, dude. It's all good because it's gonna make a pretty decent, funny thing, I think, at the end of the day.
I think it's gonna be great. You're gonna do great.
I kind of want, I don't know. The next thing is gonna be harder because now I'm gonna have to. I know stuff that I definitely want to cut because there was stuff I put in there that I just wanted you guys to see because I know you haven't seen it. So I was like, is this really great? I don't care. They want to see it probably because I know I would want to see it. So I just threw it in there. So that's why each tape, sometimes they barely I cut like maybe 15 minutes out of them. Other ones I cut more, half hour out of an hour. But some of them are barely cut because I'm like, they would want to see this. A lot of driving stuff, which is great filler, Kevin. Thank you. But it's just like, okay, cut.
Is there interviews with, I think, Devin and Jeff at some point towards the end, maybe the last few tapes or so? Because I felt like I started filming lots of things and then I was like, I need to do some kind of interviews to kind of lay some sort of bed of the story at some point. And I never got everybody's interview in any way, but I feel like there was one or two that I did that I don't know if it would be helpful at all or what.
And it would be at the end? The end?
I think it was like the end, like the last few tapes. But I think at that point, I think people were like, because we ended up like cutting the tour short to come back early because people weren't getting along and whatnot. And I think around then there could have been interviews. I know it did at least one with Devin, maybe one with Jeff. And I don't know what was discussed, whether it be about cutting the tour short or not, which would be a nice dramatic moment.
Yeah. The last two I still have to go through. So if it's on the last two, I wouldn't know. But I haven't seen anything up to this point. I mean, there's little stuff.
Yeah, no, this is like a definitive like 30-minute camera on him or several people just sitting talking.
No. Then no, I haven't seen it. It's on. You did film it though.
Okay.
So I mean, no, I'm asking you. You did film it?
Oh, I know I did. Yeah, at least one.
Oh, then it's got to be on the last two.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've gone through them all.
So Devin, you have questions written down? I have them written down, yeah, but just tell me about Third Try. The history, the background, your name, your age. My name is Devin Foley. I'm 21, and I sing and play guitar for Third Try. We are from San Diego, and I would say that we are, I don't know, punk rock, but maybe a little more rock than punk, and maybe like pop punk, but a little more pop than punk. I don't know.
And everybody's always said there's 21 total, so I have all 21. But yeah, that would be cool. I haven't gotten there yet. And that's another thing why I wanted to do this too, is just in case anything comes up, anything that you guys bring up that would fit into the narrative of the documentary. I still got to get Jeff. Jeff was pissed. I want to do a poll. Jeff was pissed at me. Did you guys all see the Epcot Center tape?
No.
Mike D, you saw it? Mike D, did you think that was racist? Okay. Look.
You had a good excuse. I gotta watch it now. You said that it was the best audio you could find, and I guess that makes sense. Yeah,
Well, because
professional editor.
He goes outside at one point. It's like an exterior area. All the other areas are like inside pretty much. And you can hear people talking and you hear a lot of crowd noise and shit. And there's music, but you can barely hear it. And then he goes outside and they have these big exterior speakers that are playing this, I guess the theme song for the land. I guess it was like the China land or whatever. Cause you know, it's all different parts of the world, Epcot Center. So you go outside and it's like this China land, I guess. And they're playing whatever the song is. So I just, oh, that's clean. Cut it, loop it. And then I jump cut the whole, and I title it Jeff's Day at Epcot. And like Kevin got great shots of just his shoes walking. So I'm like intercutting that. And at one point Jeff jumps and taps his heels together. And I'm like, just all these, he's getting drinks and he's smiling and he's taking lots of photos. And then he's like, and the whole time is, and so he was like, that's fucked up. Fuck you. But I mean, first of all, I thought it was funny. Mike D, did you think it was funny?
Sorry, man. No, that was not.
You woke PC motherfucker bitch. No, I'm kidding. Okay, look. It's fine, dude. We all try things, you know.
Exactly.
This is an attempt at humor that fell flat on its face.
Hey, you know, especially with comedy, there's a very fine line, you know. You were brave enough to.
Yeah. And guess what? Guess what happens now? No one saw it but us, and it gets deleted. Big deal.
Yeah.
No reason to say, fuck you, fist.
More aware. You lack self-awareness, I think, there. If you know that was
self-awareness?
Or being aware of the fact that was racist.
Yeah. I guess it was. I don't know. What? Say that again, Mike?
You that you didn't think it was.
I don't know what racism is anymore.
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but you and Jeff have been friends for a long time. I don't think that would ever be the case intentionally.
Yeah, how about we could bust each other's balls because we know each other? How about that? Fact.
Yeah, how about that?
But it's not for the public. Sure, I'll take it out. Well, he would have just texted me and go, that was fucked up. That's kind of fucking racist. Funny, but whatever. Or not even that. Not funny. Take it out. Okay. I guess that's what he did.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
Yeah. Never mind. All right. Fine. I still think it was funny. I don't care. For me. And it was fun to cut together. Was there ever a time when you're on the tour and you're like, either I want to go back or like I want to find bad characters out here or anything like that? Or you were just smooth?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because Travis was telling a story about how he went to buy weed with all these shady characters and he thought he was going to get killed. What do you call it? The
New
soul
Orleans.
weed? Yeah, the soul weed.
In New Orleans, they told us a bunch of places not to go, like the streets you don't walk down for tourists and little white boys walking around. Yeah. Me and Travis decided not to listen. I don't know what we were looking for, but we were up to no good. Ended up going with a group of guys to some real shady part, past all the normal bars and stuff. And this is in Bourbon Street or off Bourbon Street. And when we were walking into some bar, you can see they were fighting over who was going to get us and who was going to try and jack us. And then once we kind of caught wind of it and figured it out, we're like, fuck, we need to get out of here.
They were fighting over who's going to jack you?
Yeah, they're like, dude, I got this one. Me and Travis.
Oh, my God.
So we start leaving, and then they start following us out of there. Travis had the bright idea. He started going into convulsions and twitching, pretending like he was crazy. And they're just like, what the fuck? We don't want any part of this. And they just let us go.
That's a good defense.
Yeah, for sure.
That reminds me of the time that me and Matt Reichland went to a hometown buffet. We only had enough money for one plate, and so he acted like he had Down syndrome, and I was like, he doesn't eat that much. He's sick. Can I just pay for one plate? He's not going to eat that much. And they were like, oh, he's mentally, and I go, yeah, he's mentally handicapped. And then we got in, and then we fucking both ate like pigs.
I'll have to try that one.
Yeah. That's a side story.
Yeah.
That's just for you.
Another moment, though, that I don't know that there's much footage of it, but was when we were in New York. And I remember we stayed with that one kid who could fart on cue, in which he would get down on all fours, suck air into his anus, then be able to stand up and then fart whenever he wanted for like the next minute or so, because he could hold the air in his butt and shoot it out. And I remember being on an elevator at Niagara Falls, in which I think as people were arriving to the elevator door, he was down on all fours, sucking air into his butt, then got onto the elevator. And then as we're going to like, I don't know, top of the falls or a walk around area, he's just letting out farts with this packed elevator, which at the time was hilarious.
Yeah, that's one of the episodes that's one of the tapes I did barely cut because it was just constant. First you're at his place and he's in the hallway doing it.
Is he farting like crazy? Oh my god. I thought Nate Gleason was the only kid that could do that.
Oh my god, he's busting out.
And then you guys go to, what was it? Was it the internet? Or I mean, not the, was it the dam?
Niagara Falls?
Yeah, Niagara Falls. Sorry, you just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was
like,
there, I think, where, oh, go ahead.
No, I was like, he does this thing where he pretends to drop a penny or something. And he like, that's how he gets on all fours. He like drop it and he'll like,
I don't remember any of that.
But he's got to arch his back to get the air into his butt. So he's like, goes down to pick up the penny, gets on all fours and arches his back to pick up a penny. And everybody's like, what the fuck? But it's funny. He does it like a bunch of people in front of a bunch of people.
I'm right here.
Di ba may tanim din yun? Hindi
There was one time where like a little piece of his shit came out when he did it. A little rabbit.
I don't recall that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Now we're getting more towards something Gabe would have been interested.
Now, if you got that on camera, that would have been fucking. And then you guys pick it up and start hacky sacking it like between each other and shit. That would have been fucking dope. But yeah, you guys go and I think the end of it is you guys just go in his sister's room and it's kind of creepy, like all her toys and things are everywhere.
Oh.
And Travis, I think you were in her bed, dude.
I think so. No, I think I slept. Mike, did we sleep in that room that night?
Yeah, Mike was on the floor, I think.
I think so.
And Brad too. But you were Travis, you were in her little bed with her little girl pillowcase.
Again, that sounds something like that you would be into.
That's weird. That's very weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But just looking actually for a comfy bed to sleep in because we
that was probably it.
Vans and sleeping during the day and shitty motels.
Yeah, I was when I was talking to Devin too, I think I brought up that how you guys got into so many hotels. You fucking like I remember like hotel parties were a thing back in the day. You know, you get one hotel room and then like 15 people come over and you just drink in the motel. But like sometimes we get kicked out because it's too loud or whatever. And like you guys didn't get kicked out of any of those because you guys were getting fucking rowdy sometimes.
We never did we?
I don't think so. And I know we were conscious of it, but then as the night went on, we obviously didn't care. But I remember like we would make an effort to go like two at a time into the room often.
Yeah.
To avoid that.
Yeah, because they see too many people, they'll kick you out too. And then that was a window that you broke, Travis, was a hotel room in Vegas.
Yeah, that's where I am now. I live here in Vegas. I don't remember what hotel that was, and I'm always curious if it shows it on there or what.
I'm sure it does. It's like I said, it's one of the last two.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Mike? Do you know what it is?
I think it was Excalibur.
You think it was Excalibur? See, I've heard Tropicana.
That's what Phil said, Tropicana.
Phil said that.
On Thanksgiving.
Fuck!
Hey, it was broken when we got here, dude.
Dude, are you okay though?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just
have a vein or some shit. Why you gotta try to kill yourself, dog?
Dude, I was pounding on the window. It was so fucking light. The glass is like nothing, dude.
Are you okay though? Fucking Superman and shit, dude.
Or
we'll take a look. I could probably tell once I watch the video.
Yeah, and then I'm kind of nervous too because Phil's like it's pretty graphic, and I don't like seeing like that shit.
It's a tiny sliver on a hand.
Oh, Phil's like then they zoom in and like I said move the thing, and he moved the thing, and it was like open wound on his, and I was like, oh shit.
That was fun because Tony had gotten there by that time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
And Mike and Brad had to fly in, or did you guys take a bus?
Oh yeah,
that's where I was going with. I think it was Niagara. Was that where you guys ended up staying, or was it Colorado?
They left us in Colorado Springs.
Right.
That's what I want to hear. Mike D tell the story about these because I've heard two people tell me, and here's the basic rundown of it. Brad and Mike D hooked up with strippers. They said, "Fuck the tour. We're gonna marry these girls." You guys left them there, and then they showed up like a week later or whatever, a couple days later, because they had to take a Greyhound out because the bitches were like, "Fuck you," kicked them to the curb. Is that what happened, Mike D?
Kind of, yeah. Last show at Colorado Springs, and there was like a strip club nearby. So like as the show's going on, Brad and I go over there. It was a lame strip club too. All you could do was slow dance with them.
Like,
no lap dances?
No. And so we're talking to this chick, whatever, and then for some reason we think that we're gonna like stay with her, and then she's gonna and her friends are gonna come with Vegas to us. They're gonna drive us. And like Brad and I were like, fuck yeah, let's fucking do it. And so we ended up staying. We got a hotel. A couple girls came over, but like they were like, okay, like I don't think we're gonna go to Vegas actually. And actually we're gonna go now. Bye. And then and so then we went to the hotel room and we were super depressed. I think Brad almost left me. He was like in the middle of the night. He like called a cab to like go to the airport, and he was just like gonna fucking bounce and like just like fuck like figure it out yourself. But and the cab showed up, and then I think he had like a last minute decision that like he didn't want to leave me because he thought it would be too much of a dick or something. So he stayed. The next day we went. And it's funny because the taxi cab driver that showed up was the same guy that had showed up in the night to called me in the middle of the night, and Brad was like, no, it wasn't us, but yeah, we're going to the same fucking place. And then we get to the airport, and it's like, it's gonna cost fucking so much money to get this like last minute flight to Vegas, but luckily for us, the lady at the gate like totally like gave us a discount. We ended up flying back to Vegas. We told people on the plane that we were third try and that we were like the singer and the guitar player. And then yeah, we met back up with everybody.
That's how we ended up with the strippers. Me and Mike D trapped in Colorado.
Oh, okay. Yes, I was gonna get to that, but let's jump to that because this is probably the most interesting story of the whole tour, and it's the one that I hope you remember some things that Mike didn't, because I'll tell you what Mike D told me. Okay. Oh. This is what Mike D said, that you guys were at that place and then you met the strippers and they said, hey, come hang out with us. And I'm also going to tell you what I saw on the tape. Yeah. Hey, these girls want us to hang out and party with them. And they said they got all kinds of drugs and they're hot and we're going to go hang out with them. And we're just going to, we'll meet you guys in Vegas. They're going to go there this weekend anyways. They're going to go take us with them. See you guys later. And then you guys grabbed your bags out of the van, literally. And then Jeff's like, you guys, we can't leave him here. We can't leave him here. And Jeff's like, dude, if it was me, I wouldn't want you guys to leave me here. They're too drunk. And then everybody else is like, they're not that drunk. Fuck it. And they all left.
This is true. This was like, I think it was towards the end when everyone was fighting and we had already decided that the tour was over. So I think the next stop was Vegas, right?
Yeah.
I remember it being weird. It was like, I want to say the strip club, they didn't get naked. They didn't do lap dances. It was really weird.
Mike D said they only do slow dances.
It was slow dances. That's what it was.
That's the strangest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Really odd. But me and Mike got hammered at the show, went up the street to the strip club, quickly fell in love with some strippers.
Were they that hot? Thinking back now?
No. I mean, I don't think so. I think it was more because we were hammered. We thought that we could get some drugs, or they had said they had drugs, and then the conversation came up. I think it was one, and they
you're You were gonna share?
No, but I'm sure she had a friend. She said her and her friend were going to come out to Vegas and give us a ride. So, of course, the guys are thinking we're fucking crazy because we take all of our luggage and we obviously can't get dropped off at a strip club and wait for some random chick. So they have to drop us off down the street. So we look like crackheads with all of our luggage, just kind of hoping that these girls will actually show up.
Wow.
We're on the side of the road. They finally, the girl, I remember they pull up in a big, I want to say it was like a Volkswagen bus. Big pink triangle or big like rainbow triangle on the back. They ended up being lesbians.
Oh, wow.
They get in and they're like, we can go get some crack. And we're like, oh, no, we're not. We're good on that.
We're not going to go that hard.
It took a turn quickly. Like we had the high hopes and we thought we were going to party and this is going to be great and they're going to take us. We ended up going to check into a hotel room. I think it was for sure one. I don't know if it was two girls. All I know is the story didn't pan out with the intentions that we thought that it would. They showed up so super shady, trying to take us on some shady mission.
Do you think they just wanted you to buy drugs for them? Is that what you think that their goal was?
I think so. I don't even know what the goal was. I just know that it's funny just to think about the guys trying to stop us. Like you can see Jeff, like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah,
we're not leaving in Colorado, like all responsible.
Yeah.
We thought that we had it figured out. And it's funny enough that the girl showed up to pick us up, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember going to get a hotel room and we're like, fuck, we need to fly home. And I remember we went to the airport, no real idea of what we're doing. And like, I think some lady felt sorry for us and gave us a decent deal on a ticket to Vegas, and we flew to Vegas. And I think that's when we got there and Travis was bleeding profusely.
All right. You're jumping ahead. You're jumping ahead a little bit. Okay. All right. So, yeah, exactly. So, okay. So, but that's your now the hotel. Why didn't you go back to her place?
It's a good question.
She never offered. She never offered.
I think that was the intention, but once I think like reality set in along the way. Like when she pulled up, she probably ended up not being as cute as we thought, and I want to say she had some like gnarly dog in the car with her.
Oh wow!
It was just a sketchy situation. When she pulled up, it wasn't what we envisioned, I'm sure.
And then she wanted crack.
We throw crack into there to 21 or however old. I think I was 20. It's young kids, nonetheless. And we're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. It's a little too intense for what you thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
Now, when you went to the hotel, did she stay there with you guys?
She did, and I remember us being kind of rude and trying to get her out. You know.
She bring friends? It was just you two and her.
I don't recall.
You two, her and her black friend Leroy?
Not.
Now, okay, so now this brings me. So nothing happened. Nobody got nothing off of her.
Nothing.
Jesus.
No.
I guess this is the shittiest tour ever. All right, so then Mike D told the story about how he woke up and you were trying to bail on him, and there was a cab driver outside, and he caught you, and you were like, "Oh, no, I'm not trying to slip out," and you had to ditch
trying to like leave him in Denver.
Yeah, like you tried to leave at the middle of the night to go to take a cab to the airport.
Really?
Yeah, and then like he caught you, and you were like, "Oh, never mind.
Awesome.
I'm not leaving." You don't remember that at all?
Not at all. I don't think that's true, but it sounds great.
Okay, well then Mike D said that the next morning you guys called the cab team again, the cab company again to take you to the airport, right, in the morning. And the same cab guy came back and was like,
"Really?
Hey, did you guys call me in the middle of the night to come take you?" And you guys had to lie and be like, No, that wasn't us.
I wonder if I called him. I don't know. I don't recall that. That would have been pretty fucked up just so leaving.
Yeah, I said that's what Mike D said, that you were trying to leave him, dude.
Oh, that's great.
That's classic Brad Street, though.
That is good.
Brad Street. Do you like that? That's classic Brad Street.
That works. I don't feel like I would just leave a guy in the middle of Colorado Springs, but
yeah. Well,
again, anything's possible, really.
It is, dude. I mean, you've always been kind of like a shady, kind of frumpy kind of dude ever since what was that cul-de-sac you grew up on with those twin boys?
Humboldt.
Was that what it was called?
Oh yeah, Humboldt Court.
Like Murder Mountain, Humboldt?
You were the one that had the gang. You and your brother had the gangs back then.
No, you had a gang too called the Whore. You guys, weren't you in Whore?
Oh, yeah.
We were fucking Hitler's in progress. We were hoodlums in progress.
That's
We
what
were
it was.
HIP hoodlums in progress. And you guys started Whore. Hitler's on rollerblades. And you'd roll by my house and scream, Whore! Whore!
Oh, that's great.
No, we're just goofing around, kids. That's funny that you lied about being Third Try when you could have literally said any band in the world. Like the people in the fucking plane were like, Third Try, really? You could have fucking said any band.
Maybe it was a different. Maybe Brad will remember if it was a different band, but we definitely told people we were like in a band.
I like to think that you guys said you were Third Try because it's so stupid.
That's great. Gabe, do you remember you, Tony, and myself were in Huntington Beach one time, and we went to a hotel bar, and we told them that we were No Effects, and they fully believed us?
Yeah.
You remember that night? That
Yeah.
was a good time.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah.
I say things. I trick women a lot. With dude, one time I was at this big festival. It was the Punk and Drublic Festival actually. That was in Huntington, where they had the beer tastings and they had like 50 beer vendors there, and you could buy a ticket and they give you a little glass and you sip all the beers. And then there's a bunch of bands. Bad Religion was there. All these bands were there. But you guys know Steve Soto, who's the bass player for I think it's Adolescence. He played in a couple different bands. He used to play with Suicidal Tendencies, not Suicidal, Social Distortion. He's one of those Orange County area bands, you know? Big guy. He died recently. And everybody thought I was him because we're almost like the same size. And they were like, are you so-and-so? And I was like, first I was like, no. And then after a while, I just started saying I was him. This is before he died, obviously. I liked it. So I know where you're coming from, Mike D, is my point. It's nice to lie sometimes. It's nice to lie to chicks and take photos with them and maybe get a little butt grab. And what are they going to say? You're Steve Soto, you know? They're going to let it happen. But I was thinking about something else that one of you guys brought up right now, and I was going to get to it. Besides the stripper thing. Oh, first of all, you didn't do anything with the strippers? No fucking, no sucking? That's the thing that
we did get invited though. I think the night prior we went over to those chicks' house to smoke weed. They worked at Chili's or whatever. Yeah, remember that? Remember going over there and they had good sized bongs and that was fun.
And what happened there?
I think it was just me, Brad, and Mike.
You guys got some head or what?
No, it just doesn't always happen like that, Gabe. I know it does.
And you don't remember doing fucking bong loads with the girls from Chili's?
In Colorado?
I don't know where. I forgot. I just had a note here. I was drunk when I did the last one. It says girls from Chili's smoking bongs.
Yeah, I think that was Colorado Springs, I believe.
Well, that was one thing that was not on tape. That's why I wrote it down, because there's nothing on tape about that at all. It's just fucking a note that somebody was like, "Oh yeah, we did get these chicks that we were smoking bongs with from Chili's."
Huh.
It doesn't seem like it ever happens on your fucking tour, dude. You guys want to tell me you were celibate or something? You want to reveal a secret? Did you guys take a vow of celibacy before you hit the road or what?
I have no idea. If I have to look back on it, I think we were just wanted to goof around the entire time and we didn't really think about anything else than making each other laugh.
Yeah, as you can clearly see from all the fucking video footage.
Yeah.
It's just constant, like dicking around in the van wearing one of those headrest or neck rests as pirate hats. Mikey swallowing, whether it be joints or so. Like you could take that Third Try pin right now, probably swallow it, and then cough it back up.
That was another one I liked. That's another clip I liked was the coughing up of the joint thing. But those chicks in Louisiana, I definitely would have fucked those black chicks. You guys fucked up there, dude.
I gotta watch these. I don't remember any of this.
Oh, those ladies were into Jeff though.
You could have pulled them. You guys could have pulled them, dude.
You got to remember that. I think it was like those two ladies and either a male friend of theirs or some other guy who seemed like he could have been homeless. I'm not sure. walking just by the van or so, started chatting with us, and somehow some point in the conversation came up that Jeff had nipple rings, and the two ladies were like, "Oh, he's freaky! Oh, he's freaky!"
Yeah, New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Yeah, okay. All right.
They were loving his freakiness, dude.
Not New Orleans.
Where was it?
Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, Alabama. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That was the haunted governor's mansion.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't stop filming too when she told you that. I'm glad you kept filming because she was
that's when I grabbed the bag of soul weed.
Soul weed.
Right? I went and got like a $5 ounce of weed and sticks, and I went in that guy's room. He had like a Confederate flag, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing in here, man? Like, I left my friends, rode with some people I don't know to buy weed in the middle of fucking Louisiana.
Wow.
I didn't think we were going to see you again.
I think I actually got a little bit scared on that trip. Like, I was like, okay, I need to get back now.
That's why we had Brad as backup.
Yeah.
Tour can continue.
Mikey, what'd you say?
Oh, I thought Travis was gonna say that he still had some of that soul weed left.
Soul weed. Are you calling it soul weed because the guy was black?
No,
it was in the South.
Racist, but
but the weed was very dark.
Oh, that's also racist.
It was like brown.
Soul weed. Dude, you could brand that, dude.
Something that I had forgotten about that Jeff recanted in one of the videos is I'd completely forgotten about, but how I slipped those guys laxatives.
Oh yeah,
my
right.
God.
Oh,
you were doing that for like I think a week or two before anybody caught on. Or
A week?
I don't know.
I think it only happened once, but I think it was like a good hour or so into it until it was finally admitted that you had done so. Because I think we had either like a drowsy pills or sleeping pills to try to sleep in the van. And I think Devin and you were asking for them, and either Mike, you had them, but instead, I think we bought laxatives from a 99-cent store and then gave them to him. And then probably about an hour later, people started to have to shit, and we were pulling over more often than we needed to.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And I think people took two as well, not just like the one that's the recommended.
Because we really wanted to sleep.
We really had to shit.
Yeah. And then the worst case scenario of that is that someone would actually shit their pants, but you're in the van with them. So why would you fucking want that to happen?
I know we weren't thinking about that at all.
No.
Or Mike was like, yeah, bring it on. Let's shit in the van. Sure.
Remember anybody giving each other laxatives?
Oh, fuck you. I do not. I didn't remember that at all.
I guess you
Dude, I still owe Mike. I think it was Mike D who did that to me.
Yeah.
I think I still owe. I'll find him.
And he was like, just giving it because you guys thought it was sleepy times pills. And you guys were,
so many.
it's like a laxatives, Dad. And he's
I
like,
ate so many, and then nobody stuck up for me. Travis, I think, like kept egging me on, or nobody stopped me. Like I couldn't sleep, and I was like, "Fuck, I need more."
And then he just shit more. It's a good prank, but
no, not really. Oh, where was? I think it was at a back to your thing. I think it was a hometown buffet. We stopped.
Yeah. Dude, I told Mike D, like, what the worst case scenario is he shits his pants in the van where you guys all are sleeping. He's like,
we had to pull over. For sure, we had to pull over.
Yeah, but what if you didn't? Then I'm saying I wouldn't do that prank if I'm trapped in a van with somebody.
Yeah,
because the worst case, they shit their pants and I'm there in the van.
That was so bad though. That was rough.
Was it painful?
Oh God, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Then you do owe Mike D for that.
Well, for sure, he'll get it.
Fucking Harley.
He'd pick it up, start throwing it at people.
Oh God, there's a scene where I start like spitting on the window and the ground and stuff in there, and it's like, and nobody seems to care that I'm just doing this in the van. Like,
yeah,
so dumb.
The only time that somebody got real freaked out is like, I think because you guys were pissing in there, but in bottles, and then I I think you were lying, Travis, but you said like, "Oh, I spilt it everywhere, knocked it over." Oh no, you said Mike D did. You go, Mike D knocked it out of my hands, and then Ned pulled over Devin and Jeff, and they were like, "What's going on?" And then Jeff was real concerned. He's like, "Is it spilt or not? Did you spill it or not?" And then I think you're like, "Oh, I was just kidding." And then he got back on the road. But that was the one thing he was like, "Pull over. We're fixing this right now. I'm not driving in a van full of piss everywhere."
Dodging cars on the highway.
What?
They were dodging cars on the highway.
Oh, that's another one too. Fucking Phil almost got run over by an 18-wheeler, dude.
Dude, that was a very close call right there.
If he tripped, he's dead.
It would have been done. And that truck driver clearly did not give a fuck.
Didn't even honk his horn.
Yeah.
Usually they go if you're like in the way.
I feel like, did I do it first? And then it was like, and I thought that was sketchy, but then Phil waited like 10 more seconds and then fucking did it. Like, oh my God.
Later. He's running across.
He was right in front of it. He was right in front of it. Like literally, he was like, he waited. And then I think I heard Kevin going, don't. And then he just goes.
It's too late or something like that.
Yeah, it's too late, yeah.
Yeah, we're in Iowa right now, in the middle of the fucking interstate. We drink beers, we drink like this. Here comes the truck. Here goes the truck. There goes my fucking beer. Here goes Phil. This is gonna be good, Kevin. Come on, dude, don't fuck around. Should I go now? Don't, stay there, stay there. Go! Yeah! Thank you. I'll take credit for that one. Let's get out of here.
And then you guys pull over, and then people start running across the highway, and fucking Phil almost dies. You should see this footage, and literally you can hear Kevin go, "Oh!" First Travis runs, and he's given time, but still he's running in front of an 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
And the 18-wheeler doesn't even go nothing. It just goes shoo. And he's clear, you know. He's giving it a good 5 seconds. Phil literally, if Phil tripped on his shoelaces, Phil would be dead right now.
Yeah.
Like he
this is all film?
This is on film. He clears it, and it like literally, like if I go 1, 2, it passes behind him.
Yeah.
Literally, he goes, and the guy didn't even lay on his horn. He's probably high on speed and fucking trucker pills, and didn't even fucking look up from his dick he's jerking off, and didn't even see Phil. And he's just all, and Phil literally passes right in front of it. Yeah. It was crazy. You don't remember that?
No, not at all.
Oh, wait, I don't think you were there then, right?
Oh, I probably wasn't. They left us.
Oh no, you were there because you were in the van. No, this is before, because you were in the van egging fucking Travis on. I mean, at least you guys had fun, dude. Fuck. I mean, I was like, obviously, I got a little bit of a sick brain, but I wanted to see like some titties and some whores getting blasted and like crack being smoked and shit, you know. I don't know, whatever, dude. More fist fights. But you know what? This is real. This is real shit you guys did. And the most impressive thing is fucking completing as much as you did. I think the Colorado thing is something I wanted. Was it Colorado the last show that you canceled?
No, that was the last show they played.
What was the show that you were supposed to go to that you didn't go to?
Yeah, because we were supposed to go up to like Washington State, I think, right?
Yeah, because you guys were complaining. You were calling everybody. You're like, I think we should keep going but these guys are bitches with their little missing their girlfriends like little bitches. And then you were saying something about how I think we should still go, but I guess you didn't. But I don't know what happened there. What was it?
It was from Chicago. we were supposed to continue on to the West Coast and then come down from there, I believe. But instead, we cut it short, and either I don't know if something was already booked in Colorado or got booked, went down there. And I know by that time the decision, I think it was after Chicago was when the decision was made. We're going to cut it short because otherwise there was at least like another 2 weeks, I think, on the books that we were supposed to do.
Why was it cut short though?
From my recollection, I believe that I think like everybody or had gotten either on each other's nerves enough to where it was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Or at least I think Devin seemed pretty perturbed at the time. I think going through the tour, he felt like at one point he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like regardless of if the tour ended normally or if it ended early. I think he either the tour showed him that he wasn't enjoying himself or was just too much close proximity with everybody.
Yeah, meaning Mike D and Travis.
I could see that. I mean, I was definitely annoyed at myself watching these videos, but at the same time, like even once we made the decision, like we were still laughing and having fun like throughout the end of it. So I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I remember it was tense. I want to say from like Nebraska to Colorado, or driving from Chicago, I think, driving through.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and then I remember that just being kind of tense and people being over it, and then deciding to stop in Colorado, and then that was it.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, did you?
I feel like people were Jeff and Travis. I don't know. People were just getting annoyed. Like you spend the day you're with the same group of people all day, every day, and I think it was just. I'm sure that happens a lot, but I can't remember an exact moment. Did Travis and Jeff fight or something?
There was a big fight in the van between I'm telling you what's on film only. Between Mike D and Travis wrestling. And this is like a 45-minute wrestle fest while Devin is in the front passenger seat and Jeff's driving. And you could tell they're annoyed. And then Travis keeps yelling like, some pussies want to go home because they're bitches and they miss their stupid girlfriends. And some of us want, and you're doing it, you're egging them on. You're like, yeah, those bitches. Wow, we want to keep going. We want to rock and roll. And you guys, you can tell it's two sides. It's you and Travis and Mike, and then Phil and Jeff and Devin are just quiet. Phil's up pissed because Travis keeps licking the back of his neck and slapping the back of his head. And you can just tell it's divided, dude. And then like fucking Travis pisses in a bottle and pretends Mike D knocked it out of his hand. And he's like, oh, it's all over everything in the back. And then Phil or Jeff pulls the van over and he's like, if it's there, we're going to pull everything out and clean it up. And then like, no, we're just kidding. And then he's like, then we're fucking living again. And it's just like, that's the only fight that I know of. Did you think it was like physical?
I don't know. I don't think anything ever really got physical. I mean, there was probably stupid drunk wrestling, but I think it was just people being annoyed with each other.
Yeah. Was there people that said like, nah, I don't want it? Because there was one more stop that you guys ditched out on, right?
It was supposed to be, I think, like Washington.
Yeah. And did it get canceled, or you guys decided not to go?
Canceled it.
You canceled it?
Not me. Yeah, they decided they weren't playing and they were going home.
Because why, do you think, in your opinion?
I think they were just over it. I think Jeff was over it. I think everybody was over it at that time. I was just trying to party. I had no responsibility. So
why do you think that they decided they were over it?
I think just spending, like I said, you're with the same group of people.
Which your friends, your best friends.
Right. But I think if you hear about like any band, people get sick of each other pretty quick, you know? You put them in a little van and shit's going to happen. So.
Yeah. Even if you love each other.
Yeah, for sure.
You're just like, I'm done with this bullshit.
Yeah. It would have been cool to make it up that last leg, but.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. That's what the fight in the van was about. It was just like, even though it was Mike D fighting Travis, who were on the same side, I think they were trying to disrupt the scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To cause chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, It would have been kind of cool just to kind of finish what was already set up, unless
Like,
the Washington one wasn't booked.
There's a part where I'm yelling at Jeff because he wants to go back to his girlfriend. But thinking back on it, I don't remember that being the case at all. Like,
Maybe you made it up at the time.
Right? Like, I don't fucking know. But that was the Goldschlager night.
What should we do?
I was interviewing Kevin about his thoughts on going home, and I could see it in his eyes. He was just like, dude, look at you.
Yeah, that's when you ended up sleeping outside on fucking.
Hey man, that made the Rancho California newspaper. So be it.
Oh, it did?
I still have. My mom had fucking laminated it.
What, that photo?
Yeah, well, because they did an article when we broke up. The headline was "Third Try No Longer Sees the Charm." Does that sound like a nice headline, Kevin?
Right, yeah.
Jeez.
And that picture of me passed out on Phil's cheetah pillow was in the newspaper, and it looked like, if you were just flipping through the pages, it looked like somebody was dead.
So you stop and read. Oh, who
No,
got shot?
I see it like every few years. My mom pulls it out. Yeah, it's fucking funny.
That's crazy.
You then? And was that outside of a hotel room or was that at a gas station?
That was at a gas station.
Right.
Yeah, I did watch that. That's one of the episodes that I think I've watched most of it so far.
Hey, you're pretty cute.
Oh my god! You gotta rock him, shit!
In 2 weeks, you'll have a diamond.
Yeah, you're busy. You got a lot of shit to do with all those suits behind you, like a businessman.
Yeah, they're all there right now because they're not getting fucking worn these days. They need to figure this out. Hopefully, somebody will figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, ET's figured it out. They're doing whatever the fuck they want over there.
I want to come. What about this week?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sitting around with my thumb up my ass, dude.
Okay, and Phil's off work too, huh? Told me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll cruise, but you're buying beers, dude, because you owe me still.
I can do that.
I don't know why you owe me, but I just like to say that to people, and usually they just go, "Okay." So, you know what I'm saying, dude. Yeah, that'd be cool. But like I said, ETs is just they don't fall proto, bro. They're doing whatever they want, man.
I like that. Like, I want to go somewhere that's like that because I'm getting a little annoyed.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
That's the world, dude.
I just have it sitting on my bookshelf over here. I haven't pulled it out for a while, except for I think when we were texting a couple months ago between Jeff, Tony, and Devin and I. And I have like an album of all the photos I took from then.
Cool.
Look at that, Mike B, with the "Who's the Father" shirt on, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, who's the father?
It's nice.
And like a beer warehouse that we went to where you could only buy in cases. They wouldn't sell like 6-packs.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck yeah. And here's the van and I think the cornfield from Devin's
okay.
cousin's place.
Yep, that's it. The beer warehouse I made a little nice montage out of.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, here's Jeff and his titties.
Oh yeah.
Do I remember you saying at one point you had like a link to some of these photos? Years ago.
I think so. And
oh, there's a famous one.
That was in the newspaper, man. That shit's
read it in the newspaper. Yeah, it looks like shooting at local gas station. You know, man dies.
Man murdered.
But no, you're just tired.
I'll get it to you, Gabe, so that you could show the article. You could put the article in somehow.
There was something else you were supposed to send me last time and you didn't fucking send me, so.
That's not true. I always follow through on everything I'm supposed to do.
Send it to me.
I will actually. That's what I have to do these days. You're older than all of us. You're probably gonna die soon, but the rest of us are just turned 40.
Fuck, bro. What the fuck, bro? I'm only 42, dick.
See, I already forgot. Oh yeah, send Gabe the
the article.
Got it.
Yeah. So I guess the van got sold from under you too, right? Phil was saying something about like, I don't know why I just sold the van
to a fantastic cause.
What was the cause?
I think Devin gave it to a church.
Oh, he did?
I believe so. Yeah.
I should have asked Devin that. I didn't, did I? Because Phil was like, we all pitched in and then Devin sold it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. But if that's a lie, then
back. We'll see what happens.
If that's a lie, then I got to talk to Phil about filling my head with lies, dude. Fake news. If it got donated to a church, that's good.
You know, one other thing comes to mind. This is in no way like a linear thought of all of these memories. But at the beginning of the tour, I remember thinking, "Fuck, this is going to be so smart, and we're going to save so much money." We were all 21 at the time. I think all of us were just 21 in going out. Were you not, Mike? Or were you older? Or you're 20? Younger. Okay, so like going into bars if we needed to show IDs. I feel like that never happened though, like where you wouldn't be able to get in. I feel like I don't remember ever getting ID'd. But I guess just, being part of the band that's playing.
I had a fake ID with me and he had a beard like you have now in my fake ID. And that's what I carried with me the whole tour. It was like one of the guys that worked at Active or something like that gave me it right before we left.
I feel like we might have shared that or something. I feel like
why not? It did. It clearly didn't matter.
It didn't look like him. Didn't look like you. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking ahead of time, going before getting on tour, thinking, well, instead of buying a bunch of beer, which would be expensive for us at 21 at the time, I remember I bought 20 bottles of 99-cent bottle wine, which was in the back of the fucking van, taking up, a massive cooler that was this big for 20 bottles of wine that all tasted like shit.
Yeah.
I think I drank 2 bottles maybe, and then we threw out at least like 15 of them. I mean, again, it's only $15, but back then I thought, this is going to be smart. Get wine from the 99-cent store and save $1.
You didn't think vodka and sodas and make mixers?
No, I thought
99-cent wine.
This is going to be a fancy tour, so I want to be drinking some white wine.
Yeah,
or
that's
some red.
See, that's the kind of shit. That's behind the scenes shit right there. That's what I want. Behind the scenes stories, dude. Secrets about 99-cent wine. Anybody's got more secrets?
I remember we didn't bring a corkscrew though. First up, we thought, oh, hell yeah, we'll open this wine. Forgot that. And forgot about like trying to ice it or keep it cold. So we stop at a hotel room, maybe a hotel room. You're going to chill a bottle of wine in a mini fridge?
Yeah.
Really.
Should have got Mad Dogs, dude. Mad Dogs 2020, you can drink it warm as fuck. Doesn't even matter. Especially the orange one.
Ended up drinking Goldschlager. Like, that's fucking the worst. Where did that was fully a Phil thing. It had to have been a Phil thing.
It's like what the girls in high school always wanted to drink. The sweet tasting Goldschlager. They like that and Boone's Farm. What's up, Mike?
Like those beers you're.
These are not. Okay, first of all, these are wheat ales flavored with fruit. Okay, this is a 5%er. It's not strong. Just gets you going. Now I have energy. Once we're wrapping this up, I'm gonna have energy. I'm gonna go to Circle K. I'm gonna get some real steals, and then we're good to go for the Saturday afternoon. Maybe make a steak. I don't know. It's early still. Steak and egg sounds pretty good for a 2 o'clock lunch breakfast / thing. Anything else you guys want to add? I think we're good, dude. We did an hour. I think we got some more nuggets of truth about the tour, right? Mike D?
No, I don't. I mean, it's been so long, man. I don't have any nuggets, but I just want to thank you and thank Kevin for always be filming. Because honestly, like this has been such a pleasant surprise to in this past couple months watch all this stuff. It's like it's so enjoyable. So thank you guys.
I agree.
Now's the time, dude. What do you love and hate about Third Try?
I don't think there's anything to hate. The experience, obviously, I mean, there's two parts of it. For me, there was the experience when I was in the band. I mean, it was kind of odd taking over for Travis, who was my best friend, right?
Yeah.
And then the experience that came with that for the next few years. I remember playing fun shows in LA with all the famous people and getting to travel a little bit and do that was cool. Obviously, memories that are going to last forever. And then experiencing it on the other side. I mean, those are my brothers going on tour, still letting me be a part of it. So it was cool. I mean, there's nothing to hate. If I would say hate anything, they should have stuck with it.
Yeah.
You know, definitely talented for sure. So.
Yeah. Well, that's the one thing that I wanted to do is like, kind of, because you could still find videos on YouTube about like, but the cool thing about YouTube is, I mean, who knows when freaking the government finally reveals the aliens are real and they turn us all into robots. Should be soon. But until then, YouTube lasts forever. So it's cool you kids can find a documentary about this band, especially if that 90-minute documentary has all the cool songs on it.
For sure.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do.
For sure.
Just because I love the band, just like you love the band.
For sure.
But like when you, I know that when Travis got kicked out, they already talked about that, how they weren't getting along and shit like that. That's
I think he just had a negative attitude or something at the time. I don't know.
Which it's hard to me imagine Travis Davis having a negative attitude. Wow. So crazy to think about. But yeah, no, he's a fucking dickhead. So I get that why they brought you in. And then, but they booted you out. Did they, because obviously you're having issues with addiction, right?
Yeah, I just stopped caring. I started doing drugs and I thought I was too cool for that music. Started listening to expanding my horizons, like musically. I was like, fuck, I don't want to play this. And I just stopped showing up. I was unreliable.
What did you try to start to listen to? Gozinias?
Gozinias. I think I finally started listening to Tool, which I should have done earlier.
Okay.
You know, but before then it was all, growing up, it was like, in high school, it was all pop punk shit. So it was, you're not cool if you listen to anything but that.
Right. And then
when I got introduced to drugs, my outlook changed.
And then you started listening to Tool and stuff.
Yeah.
That's when you went
not
bad.
Not that that's related to drugs or anything, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you would have stuck with Screeching Weasel, nothing would have happened bad to you, I think. I mean, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
And then when did Burning Puddles get written?
When?
Yeah.
After I was out.
Because it was about you.
Great song. Great song.
When did it get written? After you were out, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And when you heard it for the first time, what did you think?
That was a good song.
Did you like get teary-eyed?
Did I what?
Did you get a little teary-eyed? Did you go, oh?
No, I mean, I didn't relate it to myself at the time, obviously.
Oh, you didn't? Not at all?
I mean, I knew that it was, but obviously you're in denial and you're like, fuck, I'm cool. That's very thoughtful and sweet of him, but.
Fuck, like, I'm still cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good song, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad at least it's getting digitized into something, because I did feel bad for quite a while after filming so much and having like the anticipation or desire to put something together, and then the motivation for it, I know, went down, and I was doing other things for a bit and was just like looked at this as a monumental task to try to put something together, let alone just digitize it all, is a huge task in itself. So it's good to see a lot of this stuff again. Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. I really like the group text too. I think that's fun stuff. I like that I can send drunk messages and wake up in the morning and look back and go, oh, it's just those guys.
Yeah.
They'll be all right.
I sent a picture of my balls in a turkey.
Oh, I did want to say, I saw that. That took me a while. Great. But there was one thing I did want to say. So next year is the 20-year reunion. Is there going to be a 20-year reunion tour?
No.
I mean, I would love it if we could all get together that somehow, somewhere.
That's what I was talking about with Meat Grinder. Is they want to do a show. We could do. I need to talk to a couple more people, but it would be cool to do like a Wisecrack, Third Try, El Domino, Gozinia's Meat Grinder show.
Nobody's gonna be playing.
Yeah, they will.
I don't.
Yeah, they will.
I would love it if we could all just get together. Actually, playing instruments is a whole nother fucking story.
You know what? I'm just gonna have it in the corner, and people. I'm gonna have beers, and people are gonna fucking jump on that shit. Guarantee you. It's all gonna be set up in the corner. I'm not gonna say shit. I'm just gonna have a full kit, bass, 2 guitars, mics, and then I'm gonna say, "Hey, everybody, let's start drinking," and then we'll see what happens. What's your
Why
favorite?
don't you get them for an acoustic?
Who?
The Third Try. Little reunion.
I everybody that I talked to. Okay, I did a podcast with Meat Grinder. Everybody from Meat Grinder, and I did a podcast with obviously Third Try, and then and I'm trying to talk to. Well, I haven't tried out yet, but because I don't think I can. But I was trying to talk to Joel, maybe about doing a Wisecrack one.
That'd be cool.
And then I was thinking about if
That'd
we had
be
like
awesome.
if we had like a little freaking gathering, once all the COVID shit's done, everybody has vaccines and shit. If we could have a party where it's just Meat Grinder, Gozinius, Third Try, Wisecrack, maybe the guys from El Domino. And then I told Travis I'm just gonna put a kit in the corner and just like have it like mics. It'll just see what fucking happens, dude.
That's awesome. That's a great idea.
I mean, that's my everybody has to have a goal in life, right?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I think it's a good
Especially
idea.
if you get a Wisecrack in there, you're good to go.
Yeah. Those guys are. Me and Joel have a history too, so we'll see. Maybe.
He's still making music. He sends it to me. It's good.
Yeah, the whole religion thing is whatever. We'll work on it. I think that's my last note, man. Thank you for doing this.
Of course.
You answered all the questions I wanted to do. You filled the holes in the episode. You're looking good. Hopefully you feel better from COVID.
Appreciate it.
Stay the course. Looks like you're doing everything right. Positive energy.
Yes, sir.
That's how we like to end the episodes.
I like it.
With a nice
Cool.
one. Anything you want to add?
No, I think we covered it.
All right,
Sorry,
bro. You know what? Forget the sorries, dude. Put your sorries in a sack, bro.
I will.
With that. Thank you
I'll see
again.
you out there soon with Trav. I'll get out there with him.
All right, dude.
We
Fry
need 5
balls.
acoustic.
Set it up.
See what happens.
All right. Good to see you guys.
All right, dudes.
All right.
Peace out, man. Thank you again for being part of the My Butthole Stinks Who Farted podcast with the Gozinius. Me think. All right, later, guys. Fry balls and suck it easy, bro.
All right, dude. See ya.
Peace out.
And watch your ashes hit the ground. Put me inside a box and hope I never